Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the FTB NeoTech playthrough. And today we are going to get into the production of polyethylene. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go, but we're going to do it, and hopefully it comes out okay. I have this steam boiler set up here, and I'm actually going to take out this water pump. I'm going to put this water tank down here, and we're going to then grab some stone. Let's see, stone, 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 normal stone. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, can I actually... The problem is this setup was done so long ago that I'm trying to remember it. We should just be able to compact this more, right? I'm thinking. Because if we just place this here, and then we place... Because this is an output. Hold on, let me grab a... Because we don't need steam coming out of the front of this either. Because steam has been taken out. And then what we can do is we can just make sure that we extract out of here and insert into the sides. We barely use this thing anymore, in all honesty. And then what we can also do is take an axe, and we can take this out and just put this right here. Just kind of clean this area up for a second. But we're going to use this water pipe, so we just need the green water pipe. Output doesn't matter. Output doesn't matter. Okay. And this is our rubber sheets area, so this is important. We need to keep this here. But we are going to look for green fluid pipes, which we are basically out of. And we're going to try and run them. Let's see, let me actually just pop off the facades here, or the covers. Okay, so we're just going to connect this here, and then we're going to run this all the way down to the very end here. Okay. Because we need to put water inside of a mixer. That is our first block that we're going to be using here. So the mixer, and then we actually do need to go back downstairs, or we can just right-click with this and right-click there. And then we are going to give this an advanced machine hull. I made an advanced machine hull for all of these machines. And with that, we now have water. Now we just need to get sugar. We do have sugarcane production. The only problem I have is I don't have a way to transmit it. We don't have ender chests, we don't have ender tanks, we don't have anything that I can think of that is wireless. So that's a problem. The only thing I could think of is if we were able to... Let's just come over here. Because I know my storage drawers are in the bottom of this building, the original house. And if we could link this to that drawer, that would probably be a good solution. Where is link drawer controller? Is it in one of these bags? No? Oh, it's right here. It's just not there. That's why I wasn't seeing it. Okay, so let's see. So can I link to this? I highly doubt it. No, I don't think it's going to work. And is there a way to have an extension? There's a link. So I don't think there is. What's a good solution here? Where is my axe at again? Because realistically, I just need to get these guys down here. So if I were to just... I really don't know why we have nothing that is wireless. Right? We don't have... We have AE2 things. Or the, yeah, the connector. Like this. But I can't make that yet. That's a crystal assembler from Extended AE, which is not something I'm touching right now. Let me think. I know we have, like, the Entangleporter, which is beyond our reach. That's beyond our reach because of this. Kind of just cycling through some ideas. Because, right, we don't have any Ender chest. We don't have anything that's, like, Ender related that could send items. We do have, like, modular routers, but I think we've already discussed how modular routers is super expensive to even touch. Yes, stainless steel. The only thing I can think of, and I don't even know if this would reach. I mean, we could try it. Let me just grab, like, another barrel. So I've got a spruce barrel here. Could this reach over here? No. Okay, and I don't know the reach of this either. That's the other problem. Is the reach itself isn't really specified. What did that just do? Did I just accidentally upgrade two things by right-clicking on that? Okay, I don't really care. I'm trying to think of a solution here. I don't want to do something ugly, but I think I'm going to have to. And the ugly is about to happen. I'm going to run a line under these blocks. That then runs into that chest. It's the only solution I've got. Every mod pack should have a early game or like mid-game version of an ender chest. They are honestly just really good, no matter what. Like, it should just be a given that it should be in any pack. Because I know you've got like the Entangleporters, but of course we can't get them. So you have to run cables like we're doing right now across the map. Or across, what, probably 10, 15 block distance. It's definitely not ideal. Not ideal at all. But we do have pretty pipes, so we're just going to use these. And hope that this works out, because, well, that should not be a thing. That should not be able to be camouflaged by a pretty pipe. Okay. Let me run this the rest of the way up, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so we got to do this quick because it's getting dark out here, but we should just be able to do medium extraction, and that should be working. We don't have the sugarcane one over there yet, but that's what we're about to do here. And I think I threw all my dirt away, so I need to go grab some out of the system here. But yeah, we are golden. This should be working. This farm apparently is one block off center to the actual storage unit and also to this side of the house. I didn't realize that. I don't really care, though, either. So, we're never going to look at this again. We just need to get the sugarcane able to be put in a barrel, and we should then have sugarcane in our AE2 system and can be transmitted and all of that stuff as we need it. Okay. So let's then also just grab a couple gold upgrades. Take the food out of our item, our left hand here. So you cannot access these with that in hand. There we go. And then we are also going to... Oh, I need those barrels back. These are actually for our system. And I do need to look at... Did I throw everything in here for some reason? Okay, not everything. That should be good, right? Now we've got that. And I just need to grab a gold upgrade. Just so that we have more storage. And that should now be sending everything. Let's go quickly check, even though it's dark out here. Okay. And I'll patch this hole up here in a little while. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Alright, so with that done, I am actually not going to run any AE2 cables over here. I basically just wanted that so we could actually just grab a stockpile of sugarcane, grab our sugar, throw it in a barrel, and then have the barrel just auto-input. And if we can't auto-input, then we will do item cables, which is probably what I need to do anyway. I don't think I have any of those on me, do I? I do not. Fantastic. Okay. Item cable. Item pipe. Apologies. Alright. So now we are going to put this here, here. Output. Input. And that will be just sugar. So this will start making sugar solution. And then now we need to put a distillery, which I'm hoping I can just put the distillery here. But let's actually try one thing before we do that. Let's do this. Auto output. Auto eject fluid. Okay. And that did work. Perfect. So now we also need to connect the power cable. And then also put an advanced machine hull in here because we do need that. And then now we are making ethanol. So we're going to do auto eject here. And then the next portion is ethylene, which is also going to require another barrel. And that is going to be sulfur, which I think I have sulfur downstairs. Maybe? Yes. Tons and tons of sulfur. Exactly what I needed. Okay. Also, I haven't checked on this in a minute. This is running into our system, so I can't see any results. But I can see that we still need to get a compressor down here. And we have the ability to make a lot of aluminum. I just have not messed with it. Since I haven't been in the world in a hot minute, ever since the energized oil shenanigans that I dealt with, I kind of just have not been in the world. So I haven't dealt with a lot of things that I say I'm going to deal with. But sooner or later, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, we have a chemical reactor, which this is a new machine we have never made before, and the distillery is as well. Actually, I guess it is a new machine. I've never messed the distillery. So there is like a distillery tower. What can we do with this? So this can just break down certain fluids. That's what it looks like. Tons and tons of good options, I guess. No idea what half of these are, but we'll say they're good options, and we'll go with it. I do see, like, distilled water, which I don't even know what that would be used for. But, cool. And then, of course, the chemical reactor, which is used for quite a lot of different things. And a lot of these things are useful, from what I know. Of course, we're going to be using this to make polyethylene. And then ethylene and then polyethylene. Because I actually dragged these. So let me go drag these back. So ethylene and then polyethylene. So this does make ethylene along with sulfuric acid. I don't know what the sulfuric acid is used for, but this is what we could look at here. Tons of different fluids. Looks like some stuff in the electrolyzer. You could make sulfur dust. So could you recycle the sulfur? How much does this make per? So no, you could not recycle the sulfur. You could get a net loss of sulfur, but you could not get it back. Okay, interesting. So every 2 equals 1, so then you would need 2 more. Yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to put the chemical reactor down. We are then going to make sure that we connect power. We are then going to make sure we put an advanced machine hull in here. And now we should be having ethanol. Now we need to just put an item pipe here and here. Connect output. Doesn't matter. And then sulfur. Which we are getting a ton of sulfur. So I'm not worried about just tossing a whole ton of sulfur in here. And then now this should be off to the races. Once we get more ethanol. It looks like the ethanol production is going to be the slowest portion. That sugar solution to ethanol. So let's see if we have any basic upgrades. Also, I did not mention why we're actually getting into this. We are getting into this because I want to be able to make better upgrades. And apparently all 4 of them are in my inventory as of current. The upgrades should allow for us to have more EU running through these machines, I do believe. And with those better upgrades, we should then be able to potentially get into AE2 things, from what I understand. You can see that we now have brought this up to 40 EU a tick. These only do 2 EU per tick, up to a total stack of... Oh, no, that's actually not right. The total stack upgrades, how many we currently have in there, equals 8. So 4, 8, yeah, okay. So this can only do 2 per, but this one can do 8 per. And with AE2 things, you need to make the 80, right? So we would need 10 of these to be able to actually produce, and that would give us the AE2 things ME disk housing, which would then allow for us to have a more refined storage-esque AE2 system, which is kind of what I want to do because I've already run out of inventory space again, and I've had to add another drive over there. So we're kind of just going back and forth with the AE2 drives, and I think this would be a very good solution once we have the ability to get this to like fast speed, which of course over time this will keep going and keep growing, and that is fantastic. So I am going to move on to the next portion. Even though we can't really make the next bit, we are going to just set it up as if we were. So we're doing chemical reactor. We're going to put this one down, and of course we do need to provide power, not take out the power, or put an item cable down. That's the wrong thing in general. There we go. And then we're going to do the advanced machine hull. And then all this one needs is, I think it's either platinum, no, chromium. I thought it was platinum. It's chromium. So lead or chromium, which in this case, we're just going to do lead, which we need an unpacker, which I did not actually account for. Or we could macerate lead into it. Okay, let me just get an unpacker real quick. I'm going to do an electric unpacker, and I will just set it right here, or right here. Well, yeah, this machine shouldn't be influenced by that. If I just put the unpacker here, and then put a barrel here, and so unpacker, and then an item cable here going input, that should work. Okay, let me grab that real fast. Okay, slight change of plan here. I've actually grabbed a macerator as well as an unpacker, and we are going to set this up to basically allow for lead to be put in here, into the unpacker, and then in here. That should be a little bit better. Okay, so we have the advanced machine hull, and then we're going to set this to auto output. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Shift right click, there we go. And from here, we're then going to do auto eject, and we're going to make sure power is connected. Same thing with the electric unpacker, shift right click. And then we are going to auto eject. And then I just need to set power, and then also set the advanced machine hull. Okay, so the chemical reactor, I do need to put this back here, and that should be golden. So now what we should just be able to do is connect this, make sure that we have auto output and auto input. We don't really care. And we'll throw lead in there. And we should see is lead being turned into lead dust, and then lead dust being unpacked, and then that being thrown in here. Okay? It's exactly what we're wanting to see. Perfect. So, after some time, we should then see... Why is this... Okay. I thought we were like out of sugar solution for a second, but no, we're just out of ethanol. So this is still trying to get up to speed. This is cruising. One thing I do know is we're still technically running off of refined canola oil. We still have plenty of that. And these systems are actually running off of these two generators, which are running our AE2 system. So I do probably want to look at changing that out soon, which I'm probably just going to like mine through here. You know what? I'm going to pose the question. Should we install ender tanks of some sort into the pack? Honestly, I'm thinking it would just be easier. I mean, most likely they wouldn't quote unquote be balanced with the rest of the pack because, of course, the rest of the pack would require me to slay the Ender Dragon, kill 37 Withers, kind of situation. Not that much, right? But you get the gist. Do I want to do that, or do I want to just suffer until I get to the wireless connector? I would prefer going to Ender Tanks, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Leave your comments down below if you guys think I should just go ahead and do that. And if not, then we'll keep on keeping on, and I'll keep suffering. But yeah, so now we are just waiting. That is the biggest point of this right now. So how much ethanol do we need to actually be able to do this? So we need 1,000 buckets, and that gives us 500 and 400. And that's also something I didn't take into account. We're probably going to need to do this just so we only get ethylene. Oop, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. Can't put it back now. Yeah, just locking these machines is probably not a bad option. Definitely not. Okay. That should be golden. We should only get that. And this thing may back up because we don't have enough sulfuric acid, output, but oh well. Alright, so what can polyethylene be used for? So polyethylene is used for a few things. First things first, digital circuit board, advanced upgrades, basic upgrades, HV photovoltaic cells. So these would be for solar panels. And it looks like the only difference is the actual second fluid or the first fluid it's using. But then polyethylene is needed on all of them. These are allowing us to get further into MI. Also, the turbo upgrade, which is way past what we're able to do right now because we need stainless steel. But overall, I think we're in a good path because this is the end goal, right? Is to get these. So it looks like we will need to get basic and then convert them into advanced, which we can do because we actually have some of those sitting around somewhere. I'll have to find them. Pretty sure they're in one of these machines where we have 8 of them, but I will need to make at least 10 turbo upgrades to then be able to get everything we need. So that is the goal as of right now, is to get the kind of that whole thing situated, right? I mean, I can't really do too much else until this whole system lifts off the ground, which if I need to get another sugar solution, I guess I could. Another one of these. I don't really want to do that, but I guess I could. Because right now this is only producing 10 per 40 seconds, which is ridiculous. Outright, that's ridiculous. And this is actually the solution recommended by the book, by the way. I did see that in here. And then it goes through. And each one of these, by the way, I would need to feed a task screen. We can do that here real quick. But chemical reactor, ethanol, sulfur dust, and then it goes down, creating polyethylene. And then basic upgrades. And then the advanced upgrades. So let's actually just make a task screen real quick. Let's divert. So FTB quest task screen. And I do have a couple tanks. I would really hate to use this right now, but I think that's our option. Because then we'll at least get a little bit of rewards out of this that'll make it worthwhile. So let's just snag the fluid that's in here. And we're just going to kind of wait. And I'm going to get a bucket of this, get a bucket of this. And I think after that, we should be getting 3 quest completions. Because at the end of the day, this is just good because then we get 32 buckets of it. We also then get 32 buckets of ethylene and then 32 buckets of polyethylene, which I don't know. Does ethylene actually have a use other than just being... So this is one of them. Actually, why is a modern... Yeah, there's ethylene from Mechanism. So if we ever did get far enough into Mechanism, which I don't think we're technically able to do that right now. technically we could do that. I don't see a reason why we couldn't get into that. Oh, never mind. Osmium. I saw it. Okay. Yeah, we still don't have osmium. That is something that will be coming up sooner or later as well. But for right now, we are actually going to wrap this one up here. I know this episode wasn't as long as usual, but we did get the process that we need done. Between this episode and next... Actually, hold on. Before we fully wrap up. So how to use this thing. We just click here, and we can look for our first quest, which is ethanol. We're going to click accept. There we go. And then all we need to do is basically just grab... Can we just do bucket mode? Okay, I don't want that. So let's just go grab fluid pipe here real quick, because I did forget about the task screen the last second. I remembered. So what we'll do is we just grab fluid pipe, turn this off bucket mode, and we're going to extract, and then insert, and that looks beautiful. But you can see that it has 450 millibuckets, and we just need to get the rest of it put in there. So that'll take some time. I'm hoping once this gets to max efficiency, it'll be faster, but there's no way to know until it's actually all the way up there. And then, of course, I will run pipes from all the way downstairs to upstairs so we can actually have fluid, which I think we could probably start... the pipeline I'll just have to run off of, like, here or something. Just, like, run off here and then run that way. We may try and convert this to refined canola, or not refined, energized canola, so that way we have a large buffer, but for right now, I think we're good. So, I will get the task screen stuff completed, get all the buckets that we need, and that will get us a little bit more progress. And then once we get into this, we are going to then have advanced upgrades. Then from advanced upgrades, the 82 things, and a whole bunch of other stuff will open up for us. And then, of course, I think next episode, which will be Wednesday of next week, which is the 9th, episode 24, will be kind of starting on Wednesdays. I think we're just going to do FTB NeoTech every Wednesday. Sometimes I may miss it, because, of course, these episodes are just a little bit harder to get out due to the fact that we're using modern industrialization. But that comes with this territory, this mod pack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.